Previous renovation did everything kind of from the carpet up. For this project was to look at everything from the carpet down.
For the renovation, and the reason we did the renovation is for several years now, they'd let us know that the floor, all wood floor, was rotting and it wasn't fireproofed. And so we thought that this would be a good time to make it safer. So what we decided to do was, let's look at the whole picture. What can we do to make it all better? So what we did underneath the floor was we updated all the wiring, all the data. We decided that this carpet was really worn, so we removed the carpet, put new carpet in.
All the furniture you see in the chamber, we refinished. All the materials, the woodwork, the trim, the doors was all refinished, and all the metal work was refinished. We had to take all these items off, like all the benches around here, what we call deconstructing, and remove those, and we had to take those off-site, and then had those refinished and brought back in.
It's a huge task. It's a Herculean task to renovate, restore, to return it to what it was in terms of its original beauty, and at the same time make it modern. I mean, we had a little challenge where they were trying to get the electrical support so that they worked for both Apple and Android. Don't think they were probably thinking about that when the building was originally built, and yet the restoration project has to take that into account and keep the original look, feel, and tone of the building as it was originally built.
Out in the lobby, the whole floor was asbestos. But what we did was we ended up just sealing it off, putting a shower there. I think it delayed us 2 days. So even though we had some obstacles, like a lot of good things came out of it. Like when they moved that safe, we ended up finding this rug. So they ended up restitching, cleaning it and everything else, and they brought it back to us. It's actually out in the lobby, hung. It's burgundy, and it's beautiful. The other thing that we also did, which was kind of fun, is we put a time capsule down there. So that time capsule includes, several newspapers, the current senators, all their composites, all the current staff, their lapel pins.
For us, it was about restoring, not necessarily renovating, restoring it back to its original intent and its original feel, but doing it in a way that also modernizes it sort of around the edges so that it can sustain itself and be, used and useful into the future.
Just making sure that this is respected as an institution is really important, and making sure that the historic nature of this building is preserved and maintained for generations to come.
When we stripped this place down, it was like somebody placed that brick there. It wasn't AI, it wasn't a crane, it was a guy. To me, that's pretty amazing and just sort of reinforces that this was a building that was intentionally made for a purpose, and it is still serving that purpose today thanks to those individuals that put all that work into it.
I think it's important for our members to have a comfortable place to come to. I think it's important that we can kind of give them updates and still keep the historic look of the Senate. I think it's great when the public comes in and they're in awe of how things look around here. I'm really proud of it.
I can't tell what's going to be in the future, but I think that everyone that comes in has that same approach and that same passion for keeping the preservation that we have in this building. Building codes change, programs change, things need to expand, and it just needs to be done with sensitivity so that we're not disrupting what was here originally.